What's going on YouTube? Blade King here, and today I am super excited about today's video. I've been waiting for this for a little while now. This is, spoiler alert, not brand new. I actually bought this secondary from a fellow that picked it up at Blade Show in 2018. But if you guys know this logo, you already know what this is. If you don't, I'm fixing to unbox this and take a look at it for the first time. I just got it in the mail. I hadn't even opened it yet. I have really fought the urge to open this up because I wanted to get it on camera and check it out and see. I know what's in here, but I'm super excited to finally put my hands on one for the first time in my life. This is my very first. Look at it. Look at it right there. Yes, sir. My very first Rick Hinderer knife. And I couldn't be more excited to get this thing opened up. So I'm going to get right into it. All right, so we have the card from DLT Trading Company, and this was I'm guessing bought from a booth through DLT at Blade Show, and this is just a card from them. Why buy DLT? All right, we have a hand assembled and tuned by card from Hinderer. Looks like it may be Amanda Yoder. A cool Hinderer Knives sticker. Just a really neat logo. I love this. I love this logo. And a DLT trading sticker. The instructions on how to change the pivots out on the tri-way system. And we got some phosphor bronze, some nickel, and some nylon washers. I think that these are just the spacers to run the phosphor bronze or I said nickel, but I think that's just the washers to run the phosphor bronze or the nylon on. So I think your three options are the phosphor bronze, nylon, and then of course it's coming pre-installed with the bearing system. So let's get this out of the way and let's get into the bread and butter right here. Oh baby, I can already tell picking it up that it is nice and hefty. She's a big boy. She's a big boy. I don't think that made any sense at all. It's a big boy. Oh, baby. Oh, man, would you look at it? Would you just look at it? She's a beaut, Clark. Man, this knife is sweet. Look at this freaking thing. Oh, here we go. First time. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Come on, action. Guys, this is sweet. Can I reverse flick? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, thumb stud. Well, not really a thumb stud, but using it as a thumb opening. Yes, sir. Listen to that knife. Oh, my goodness. It's so smooth. It's so silky smooth. Man, I'm telling you what, this is everything I hoped it would be, and then some. So this is in the, let me look, the swedged spear point as the blade shape, and I really like this blade shape. I think it just looks so nice and clean. Beautiful stone washed finish on this knife, and it is in M390. Man, this thing is sweet. I'm so excited to have my hands on this knife. Ugh. All right, so this is, as I said, this is my first Hinderer knife. And I do know that Rick Hinderer, I believe, is a career firefighter, or was a career firefighter prior to Hinderer Knives, and he kind of built these knives purpose-driven for the working class person to have a hard-use tool that they could always count on. And myself, also being a career firefighter, can just appreciate the value in having something that you know 100% is gonna work when you need it to work. All right, guys, so let's get into some of the things about this knife. First off, you have a G10 scale on the show side of the knife, and the individual that I bought this from actually sent me another G10 scale in kind of a coyote tan color, and it matches this battle bronze titanium on this side so well. It looks really good, but I'm just a big fan of the black, honestly. I don't have any black knives, so it's kind of nice to have something just a little bit different in your pocket, and I really like this black G10, so I'm going to keep it on there. And eventually I would like to upgrade to the textured battle bronze titanium show side scale, but they're pretty salty, and this is already a really expensive knife, so I'll probably wait a little while before I jump into the titanium scale. But as far as this knife goes, it is a titanium frame lock. It is running on bearings, and you got some really neat features here that make this just a really good user knife. So you have this sort of stone-washed, swedged spear point blade, and it just looks fantastic. This thing has got I can tell you right now, it is razor sharp. And it just has this beautiful finish. This finish is so nice and clean. I don't know if you guys can really appreciate it from this camera, but it is just so nice. I believe that it's going to just hold up so good to use and not show scratches as bad, and just all around be a really good knife. So one thing about Hinderer is the primary opening mechanism of this knife is the flipper tab, right? So it is considered a flipper for sure, but you do have the added option. So these are not thumb studs. The intended purpose for these is your stop. So, you know, they're placed a little bit odd for a thumb stud, but I can already tell you just by using it, this is not a major deal at all. Like, it works very well as a thumb stud, and reverse flicking, no trouble at all. So we're going to talk about ergonomics, talk about this handle. Oh man, that is so nice. That choke up right there, that little finger choil where you can choke up on this, it feels so good in the hand. Man, the ergonomics on this knife are beautiful. It feels so natural. This maybe, I don't know, I know that it's the reason that they make this, the Hinderer knives make this flipper tab the way they do, is really to protect your finger in case this knife were to start to close. It's just a finger guard was the idea behind this, but it does feel, I don't know, it feels kind of like it's got you forced back, but that choke up point feels really nice. That finger choil just feels really nice, and I really can't complain about it. So it looks like we are running on a sort of flathead style pivot here, which is not a big deal. I've seen several of Metal Complex's videos on this and just using a penny to take the pivot out. The body screws on this, I did notice, are not Torx. So they're an Allen key, and then on the other side, they're not keyed at all. They're just this is basically a collar for the screw, and then you have your standoffs here. No back spacer, which is fine. I'm not a person that just has to have a back spacer, a full back spacer. These body posts, I believe, work really, really well. Overall, this knife feels awesome in the hand. The fit and finish on this are outstanding. I really, really love this design. I mean, this thing just feels like a workhorse. It truly does. It feels like a knife that's just going to last a lifetime. It's super sturdy. The action is, like I said, this action, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people complain about Hinderer's action, and I don't feel that. This is not a disappointment at all for me. I'm very pleased with this. I'm going to say it needs a little oil on the detent. Here on the letdown, it's got a nice fall action to start with, and then once it starts to catch that ceramic detent, it's kind of got a little friction there. I think a little oil in the detent travel would make a big difference, a little oil on the blade, and really clean that up just a little bit. Not a big deal at all, something that, I mean, I'm going to oil this knife, I'm going to take it apart, go through it, and clean it up really good, and get it tuned exactly like I want it anyway. So that's just not a major deal for me whatsoever. Guys, I don't know how to really express to you how much I like this knife. Like, I'm just kind of mind blown. I have handled some pretty high-end nice knives, and you know, Rick Hinderer is kind of one of the big ones when you think of American-made companies, and man, it just doesn't disappoint. I have no problem supporting a fellow firefighter and somebody wanting to make a good quality product. It's just a workhorse. And guys, this knife right here, I can already tell you, is going to be a freaking workhorse. It's going to stay in my pocket for, I know I'm going to carry this thing for a couple months at least. Put it through some hard use. I'm going to carry it to work and really kind of put it through the ringer and see what this thing's made of. I'm not disappointed at all just by initial impressions, and that's all this is just initial impressions, taking it out of the box, holding a Hinderer knife for the first time in my life. And I have to say, I'm a fan. I can tell you right now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, this will not be the only Hinderer I buy. This is going to be a first of many. I can already tell you right now, I'm going to have another one, and I'm going to check out some of these other blade shapes. There's so many options with these knives. You have so many different things you can do. You've got so many scales that you can change out. You can totally change all the hardware, make these knives truly customized to your preferences, and make them look however you want to. And I think that's just an awesome way to go about it. You got the tri-way pivot system that allows you to run that phosphor bronze or nylon, lets you get that action that you want. You can tune these things just however you feel is suitable to your preferences, and I think that it's just an awesome, awesome knife. This one's gonna be a keeper. She's gonna hang around with me. I can already tell you. I'm excited to get a set of battle bronze show side scales to put on this bad boy to match this, because this battle bronze titanium, man, it just looks so nice. Look how clean. Look how clean and pretty. This is one of the nicest stone wash finishes that I have ever seen on a knife. Blade and frame lock side. It just looks so good. This battle bronze, it's got that nice stone wash finish to it. It's just, I think it's going to hide scratches and hide use really well while keeping that nice, clean, really beautiful aesthetic that this knife has. I just really like it. This action, man, I'm just I can't get over that reverse flick. Like, I thought that was going to be oddly placed, but like, I'm not putting a lot of effort at all into getting in there, getting a hold of that thumb or that stud. I'm not going to call it a thumb stud. I'm just going to call it a stud for now. But getting in there, getting to that, and just that little upwards flick, not a lot of pressure, and this thing is deploying oh so nicely. Yeah, look at that. I got it on camera and then I got it froze up, but no, you have to kind of have it. It's more of an upwards motion, kind of up and away, and you get that super, man, listen to that knife. This knife right here is a beautiful example of good old-fashioned American machinery and just how nice and durable and really perfect the finishing on this knife is. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything, it just helps this channel grow, helps us get more content out to everybody. Go ahead and turn on notifications so you get updated when I post new content. And go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see. I know this channel's new, but I am not new to the YouTube scene. I've been doing videography for quite a while, and you guys let me know what you want to see in the future. Give me some comments and feedback on these videos. Thank you guys for watching, and again, we will see you in the next one.